Hello, family. This is Jazzy May, the Oracle Healer, coming with a message for you and continuancy of what I did, right? The video that I posted. Okay, I feel like you met someone, your ex, right? You guys met, and then that person felt like you was a pure soul. So, in connection with you know, what is going on, I'm picking up on. It all started because, that person was targeting you from the get go and you didn't know about it. So I feel like they wanted to trap you by having a family with you. That's the only way for them to trap you, to allow them to siphon your energy, right? So after you guys had a family, maybe you guys were married, right? And it all started, to come up and down. You guys are arguing, and you didn't understand why you was feeling mad. All of a sudden you was happy and then you was mad, but you didn't understand why. So that person claimed you was, mentally ill because of everything that's going on. You know, they telling everybody that you're crazy, you know, for feeling that way. One moment you mad at them, or, and then they start physically doing something towards you, you know. And then I feel like cop was involved, and then things happen, and they kind of make it seems like you're the crazy one, while they're doing that. Your ex-person was doing spell to make you go crazy, right? Mentally ill spell to make you go crazy. And also, that person do spell to make you sick, illness on you and make you sick. And they were trying to siphon your energy so they can have money, so they can have, positive things come toward them, you know? So I feel like you, every time something happened and then you left that person, and then they do another spell to make you come back to them, okay? So every time you come back, it's the same thing. And then they make it seems like you're not stable, you're unstable, you're not really stable to take care, of your children, male or female, right? You're not taking care of your kids, because you're not able to be stable for your children. So I feel like when everything was going on, your person was having an affair, but you didn't know about, Maybe the person said, I'm going for a week, or I'm going somewhere with my friends and I'm coming back at this certain time, or they come late, you didn't know what was going on, but they explained it to you. This is what was, going on, when it was a lie, because your person was a narcissistic, lying son of a bitch. Okay. So I feel like when everything was going on, and your lover, the lover that your person was with, also did spell on him, also on him or her, also to make it seems like that your ex person loved, the lover. But in the meantime, the lover is doing spell on your person is doing spell on you. And then there was cult involved, with everything that was going on. And I feel like also your her ex person with the cult member was doing other stuff behind, in the background also. Okay, they did fraud, life insurance fraud, tax fraud, and different others fraud that they were doing in the background. Your person had intimacy with the same sex, okay? You didn't know about because they were a sex addict, okay? And in the meantime, when they were doing that, they unalive a lot of people, okay? Different people that they slept with. siphon their energy, sleep with them to siphon their energy, and also unalive them to collect the life insurance. Okay, that's how they get houses, they get inheritance, different things, money coming toward them because of the spell that they did. Okay, and you didn't know about it. So I feel like with you, when you completely left that relationship, that's why I feel like with the spell that the lover was doing on you and your ex person was doing on you, they make you kind of on balance. Okay, and you didn't understand yourself then. So when you left that relationship, you start feeling a lot of, you start feeling good about yourself. Okay, you have somewhat, some of your energy back. Okay, but the thing is that you were still connected to that ex. Okay, and that's why certain things that your ex was doing towards you, like siphon your energy for money. Okay, like every time you're working, right, you're paying bill, but you don't know where the money been going because all you do is work and pay bill, and you don't have money left over. Okay, they soften your energy to take your money. Okay, soften your energy with your beauty spell to make you feel, maybe you have a lot of pimples you didn't have before, or different things happen to your face you didn't know before, or the way you're feeling ill sometimes. You don't know, understand why. It's because of your ex person that was doing that towards you. Okay, so maybe you have a new relationship, and then they kind of cause chaos to make you lose your relationship with that person, okay, that you was with. And then I feel like they make kind of like doing a spell to make that person do a spell on you also, to make you come back to them so they can siphon your energy more. I know it's crazy. It's funny. It's not funny, but it's crazy in a funny way. Okay, so I feel like when your ex can't siphon your energy anymore because you had to take a step back and kind of come into a realization because you had to isolate yourself, and God, I feel like, had to put you in that position. Your ancestor had to put you in that position, right? To allow yourself to heal. Okay, and then that's when you start ascending. Okay, you start loving yourself. You start putting all the time that you was putting on your, the new relationship that you probably, lost, and then your ex that is including with that. When you kind of, you know take a step back and come into a realization and taking care of yourself more. Okay, and then you feel more complete because all the energy you're putting into you, okay, it makes you feel different now. Okay, because you wasn't giving them back your energy anymore. So I feel that when you ascended, you start seeing things clearly, and then you start, listening to your intuition. You start understanding things better, and you feel like you have your power back because you claim your power back. Okay, and the person that was doing that, your ex person that was doing all the spell work, which they still do, okay, they were doing, still do, okay, trying to soften your energy, doing spell work now to make you come back to them, or doing other spell work to make you lose money, and doing other spell work to get you to be sick, right? Illness, sickness, and crazy. It's black. Access denied. They can't have power over you anymore. So that's why every time they start doing something, it goes right back to them immediately. Okay? And I feel like once that start happening, your ex person is having problem in, their relationship, in, which is the lover that, your person was with, having, chaos in their relationship. And then the death spell that they did to unalive you so they can collect the insurance on your name, right? They set everything up. They calculate everything, okay, from the beginning. So they feel like they was gonna do a life insurance on you when you were probably was married to them, and they figure that, they're gonna give it time, and then they're gonna do a death spell to unalive you so they can collect that check, okay. And I feel like the lover was involved with that also. The lover was an accomplice with the cult member, okay. And I feel like um your ex-person was intimate with, per people with the same sex, okay. Something like that. Okay, so with the same sex, so they can siphon the energy so they can collect money. All right, so I feel like once they start keep on doing the, magic spell, especially when with the moon, also moon cycle, they start doing more magic spells on you, and that didn't work. It goes right back to them. So some of their members, cult members, either they dead, right? They sick. Some of them have problem in their relationship, and then it caused completely chaos. Okay. So I feel like somebody in interracial people do that you was involved with did a love spell on you too. So I'm picking up on Gemini too and Aquarius, and I'm picking up on water sign and air sign. So whatever they're trying to do, trying to make you sick, now they are sick as a dog. Some of them are in their deathbed. Some of them have cancer. That's their karma. Some of them died, and then, they witnessed that. And now they shock. That's why they shock, because they feel like this is the reason why, because of the spell. Now that the cult member and different people that did talk bad about you, okay, they realized that your ex-person was a liar. Everything that they were saying wasn't true. They did that because it was personal. They take it personally on you, because they still love you and they hate you at the same time, which is a crazy, crazy shit, for real, thinking about it. But that's what they did. So I feel like you have a healing power, you know. That's why they can't, whatever that they send to you doesn't work, because you're healing. That's why you're watching me, okay? So even I feel like some of your family, karmic sister, brother, or cousins, or uncle, aunt, some of your family are karmic, okay? And I feel like they mad because you're ignoring them, and the reason why, that's why they did something on you too. They're trying to frame you, okay? And I feel like the energy that they send towards you backfiring on them, okay? So they're trying to make you also losing your hair. Now they bald as fuck, okay? And they broke as fuck. And they probably, some of them are out in the street, homeless, okay? So I feel like they travel many different places to try to do spell on you, because the first person they did it, they asked for that, didn't work. They go to a different person, and then that person have problems in their life, okay? So I feel like now that they realize that, the person kind of took it on, your ex-person, they realize is a liar, okay? Now they kind of trying to stay away from your person. Now your ex-person's feeling isolated, and they're trying to act like they're busy doing something when they're not. They're isolating themselves because they feel shit, like shit. Okay, they can't sleep. They have entities that is attached to them because that's what they're trying to send towards you. Okay, they have entity attached to them, and now they don't know how to, get rid of the entities. I feel like it's a succubus, or and Morpheus. Okay, because they trying to send the entity when you're dreaming, when you're going to sleep, you're dreaming, they're trying to attack you from your sleep. Okay, so they can siphon your energy. All right, and then they also, that's why your person is now feeling shitless, because I know it's not funny, but when I tell you karma is real, karma is real. Okay, now they feel like they did something bad. Now your person is, mellowing on, what happened between you guys. Okay, and then now that your person, I feel like somebody have STDs. Okay, somebody have STDs, and probably your person, or the lover, because the lover also like to sleep around, and your ex person didn't know that also. Okay, and she's kind of like a, how do you say that, an escort, right? So that person, the lover, like to sleep around for money, right? And I feel like also your ex person, the lover, trying to, you know have family with your ex person because of money, trying to collect money off of that person, and also trying to trap, your person also, and I feel like something that your person did with the same sex, and the lover record them doing it, so the lover can have something to blackmail your ex person with if something happened. Okay, and then I feel like there's like some kind of trafficking going on also. Okay, I'm picking up on, and the trafficking is that your ex person did something with a minor. Okay, and they have it on recording. Okay, and the minor is pregnant now, and and I feel like there's police involved, FBI been involved, and they don't know that they're watching them. The FBI is watching them. Okay, so I feel like for some reason somebody's going to jail for 20 years. I know that. That's what I'm picking up on. Somebody's going to jail for a long time. Okay, that's their karma. And I feel like the cult member trying to stay away from your ex person, and now that I think they're gonna try to frame your ex person. Okay, the cult member gonna frame your ex person, and they're starting to snitching on each other. Okay, so spirit is telling me that your wish fulfillment is complete. So whatever bullshit that they were trying to do to you, it's not gonna work anymore. Okay, now you have your power back. You can see things clearly now. I feel like that's why, for some of you who didn't watch tarot reading, and then something, you have a calling that telling you to keep watching. So, and then things starts to relate to you, right? Because that's what's going on. Okay, that is what's going on. And I feel like even with the relationship the new relationship you probably had before, after your ex person, Even that person is doing magic on you when you leave, when you left them, because things start to not get balanced. Things are not balanced between you guys, and then you probably left, and then they start doing love spell, obsession spell, so you can come back to them also. But you disconnect yourself from everyone, okay? And I feel like it backfire on them too. All right. So there's a lot of stuff going on that you didn't know about. And I feel now that you start seeing clearly, you ascended, you understand things more clearly now for what they are. Okay? So that's what I'm picking up on. Even your karmic sister, brother, aunt, uncle, karmic family member, they did a spell on you. That shit backfired too. So spirit is telling me that you have angelic and demon power. So I feel like both of you, both kind of like you know. And even though you do certain things like that, maybe you don't, but they kind of like your energy. And I feel like that's why you also get protection also from both sides. Okay? Spirit's telling me that you have the high priestess energy, so you can see things clearly now for what they are. Okay? So I feel like you have a house too. You're gonna inherit a house from every bullshit that was going on. They put your name, they fraud, putting fraud, notarized paper, had fraud notarized. They had fraud paper notarized, okay, on your name. So you, some of you gonna have a house, and money coming towards you. So, and some of you, I feel like is gonna be famous also. So I feel like some of these people, they are sick as a dog. Okay, they create a fake account to ask for money. Also, they will be sitting in their karma for a long time. For a long time. So you are a healer. You heal. Okay. So spirit is telling me to stay calm, stay positive. Everything that you're manifesting will be successful. Okay. You saw through their tricks. You saw through all of it. All this bullshit. So that's what I have for you guys today. So hope you like it and share, and subscribe. Okay, and leave a comment for me. So let's see. I'm gonna do the zodiac sign, to see who the zodiac signs belong to. Okay, Aries. Anything else? Somebody's gonna expect. Somebody is expecting. Pregnant. Congratulations. Congratulations for the person who's pregnant. Anything else? Oh, Sagittarius. Okay, let's see here. We have Sagittarius, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, Sagittarius twice, Capricorn, Virgo, Aries twice, Pisces, Cancer, Pisces twice, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus. Okay? Either your sign or their sign. Okay? Thank you so much for watching, taking the time to watch me. I love you guys. Until next time. Bye.